Welcome, everyone. We are live, and it is Thursday. Yeah, I know I worked last night, and whoo, girl, it was hot all day. I walked out the door, and I felt the heat, and I said, "Hallelujah, this is the life." Somebody said to me, "It's hot." I said, "Okay, wait, black hot or white hot?" Why? Because listen, when you're from the Caribbean, that heat is right. What? Yeah. But in some other cases, like the lady who came through my till last night, she said, Angel, I had a great weekend, but I burnt. I said, oh. I said, well, might have something to do with that red hair, sweetie. I said, you got to seek the shade. You'll still get vitamin D, but seek the shade. Anywho, responsibly play in the sunshine, okay? Responsibly. Responsibly. But anyhow, today we're talking about excuses. You know how we say, yeah, but. Yeah, but. Oh, every time. Now, I don't catch myself every time. Sometimes some of them will slip through the cracks. But so long as you catch yourself more than you don't catch yourself, you're well on your way to stop making excuses. See, people, the people, we want to change. And we say, yeah, but that's going to take a long time. Yeah, but I don't have money for therapy. Yeah, but this is so much trauma. Yeah, but I've been this way for so many years. I don't see a possibility of change. Listen, Linda, we always start with our baby steps. The biggest part of our job is deciding to change. That's the biggest part. Oh, yes, it is. Making the decision. That is the largest part. And it's the part that will get you the best results. Making the decision to change. You see, because when you make your decision, remember, you've just turned your eyes. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, is it the Eye of Sauron? Yeah, it turns to look at you. People say what you're looking for is looking for you. But why is it? Because every cause has its effect, and every effect has its cause. So the moment you pick up your attitude and you say, I am the cause, well, then every effect says, oh, pay attention, there's a cause. Because of potential. You could potentially choose any cause. So every effect is ready. You understand? Every effect is ready. Every effect is ready. So when you make the conscious or deliberate decision, the neurological decision, why I say neurological instead of logical? Because logically, we think we can't change. Logically, we think, well, I've been this way forever. Logically, we think, yeah, but somewhere inside of you, neurologically, though, you've already started to lay down the pathway of change. So we take baby steps. Decide that you are going to change. But in order to decide that you're going to change, you must choose what you're changing into. You must always have that part known. Indeed. Some say, but Angela, I don't know what I want to become. Well, here's an easier way. If you do not know what you want to become, do you know how you want to feel? Because feeling is the effect, and the effect will bring about what now? Its own cause. You see? So next time when you catch yourself saying, yeah, but as soon as, listen, you're going to get so good at catching it, you'll even stop it coming out of your mouth. And once you stop it coming out of your mouth, you'll stop it forming in your mind because you'll stop that mood. Not through force, but through observation. You catch yourself and you say, oh, as soon as you hear, yeah, but, you'll go from yeah, but to yeah, but to yeah, but, and then you'll go to yeah, and then pretty soon it'll be, of course I can do this. What do I want to become? Let me see all of my options. I know I don't see all the options, but I know I want to become something different. And I'm excited about that. So you see, you will move yourself from yeah, but all the way to I see what I can become. And all you and I get to do is to remain faithful to it. That's it. Yeah, but shouldn't it be harder? Listen, Linda, don't be say, oh, look at how hard life is. You want this to be hard too? Come on, man. Take every opportunity for ease that you can get. Catch yourself when you're making the excuses. And listen, some excuses are so subtle. Oh, yes, they are. Some excuses are so subtle you don't even see them right away. You ask me how I know? Shoot, I got a PhD in excuses. So I am well aware. I sure am. But the key is to catch yourself. Catch yourself. Which means you are observing yourself. See? There's nothing more beautiful than you. So you might as well observe yourself. Mm-hmm. Every day I look at him, I say, hey, handsome. That's my root. Hey, handsome. Nothing is more handsome than you. Nothing is more beautiful than you. So observe yourself. Observe yourself without judgment so that when you, before you even open your mouth to say, yeah, but you don't know what it's like, Angela. Yeah, that's nice, but we have so many ways of dressing it up, don't we? Yeah, but you see, the way this is set up is, yeah, but look at society. Yeah, but your head is in the clouds. Oh my word. How many times did we say yeah, but throughout the day? Hmm. How many times? And let me tell you something, Linda. My temper hasn't gone anywhere. I come home yesterday. Somebody's parked in my spot. 10:35 at night. Somebody's parked in my spot. I grip that steering wheel and I say, "Oh Lord, don't make me lose my shit tonight." Cause I'm tired, right? said, ugh. I said, fine. It's all good. It's all good. And I just came in the house. You see, we think that sometimes change is instantaneous. No, you just gotta be deliberately working on it. And it changes. You don't have to fight it. I've gotten a lot better with my driving and not cussing anybody out. Listen, let me tell you something. I was driving to work. Now, you know how small the Yaris is, right? And this truck, I think it was a Ford, maybe a 350, but was behind me. And I saw it behind me, but I was like, oh, Lord, did I cut somebody off? Oh, shoot. So I get to the stoplight and he pulls up next to me. He pushes a button and rolls down his window and he starts talking. I said, wait, wait. I lean over and I start to unroll my window because my car's not automatic. And I thought I was going to get an earful. And he yells to me, what year is your car? And I thought to myself, this is some crazy thing that I would do. And he proceeds to tell me because I tell him. And he says, I bought my daughter one. And she loves it and she still has it. It's a good car. And I was like, it sure is. And every day I get up, I have the smallest car at work because everybody works in construction. So they have these big trucks. And my coworker, her truck is not just big, it's jacked up. It's taller than I am, okay? And they always say, Angela, your car is so little. And I pat it and I say, but I love my baby. Every day, I appreciate the fact that I have the sweetest little car. It is the cutest car I have ever seen, my little tiny Yaris. It is. You see, when you start to make what people call trivial, when you start to make those things beautiful in your life, like I genuinely love my car. Like genuinely, there's nothing to fake. It's nothing at all. I'm 4'11". Why do I need anything bigger? I don't go in the bush, say I'm driving anywhere crazy, off-roading. I don't do that kind of thing. Why do I don't work in that field. Why do I need something so big? Right? So it's just the little things. You start with something, hello, baby steps. Yeah, but it's got a little bit of rust on it. And how is that my problem? Everything that has a beginning has an end. Neo. What's the point in complaining? I love it. My little hatchback. I do. Right? So you find something in your day, find something in your life that you genuinely appreciate. Here's the thing. What are you doing when you genuinely appreciate something? When you genuinely appreciate something, you are holding appreciation inside. And what happens as within, so without. Pardon me. See, we think sometimes we have to fake things, but you don't ever have to fake it. Just get the feeling of appreciation. You could feel appreciation for bird song. You could feel appreciation for whatever that is you want to feel appreciation for. It doesn't matter what you hold or feel appreciation for. If you say, I want to own my own home, because I read a lot of these posts and they say, man, in Canada, it's not possible to own a house anymore. Not at all, they say. And I read that and I say to myself, I appreciate the fact that I got mine, though. I appreciate the fact of how I found it. And if you associate that genuine feeling of appreciation within, and you direct it towards, yeah, but Angela, I don't know that that's going to work. Just hold the feeling of appreciation. And then neurologically, you set down a pathway that shows yourself, look, I always feel this way about appreciation. I'm always appreciative. Now, as within, so without. If you are appreciative on the inside, neurologically, that's your mental mood, your mental attitude, your habitual place. So now it doesn't matter where you go, something for you to appreciate is always going to show up. Now, the level of appreciation, because remember, rhythm compensates. The level of appreciation, the thing, how big of a thing you appreciate, all has to do with your intensity of appreciation. You got a little bit of appreciation, you got a little bit of something to appreciate. As within, so without. But you start appreciating, your appreciation starts to build in intensity. Well, then the experiences on the outside will have to match. So just keep practicing the art of appreciation and practice how intense you can become with your appreciation. And then as you go through the day, you're like, whoa, what a coincidence. I'm seeing all these things to be appreciative of, which means your life is going in such a direction that you are seeing yourself, so that the next time you are tempted to say, yeah, but you'll nip it in the bud and say, wait, I see what I'm doing here. I'm appreciative that I can catch that to correct it. Yes, I am. You see, I know we want it. And when do we want it? Now. But here's the funny thing, there is only now. So do you not have it now? You always have it now. Now, 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 now. You always have it now. So take your time. Stop talking about, I don't know that I can change. Yes, you can. And you are changing every day. Not even your cells remain the same. So even if you wanted to say, I don't believe in change, Angela. Only thing constant is change. But you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You see, you and I know that change is inevitable. But in the same breath, we say, but I can't. So is change inevitable or not? So if you notice that everything changes, do you think you are exempt from everything? No, you are part of everything. So the next time you want to say, yeah, but I can't change, you say, wait, everything changes because why? Everything moves. Nothing stands still. So I have to change. So instead of just randomly hoping that I change to something, I will deliberately choose what I change into. See? So don't fret. Don't fret. Don't be out here in these streets talking about, yeah, but this person's way ahead of me. Hello? You're running a race with who? You think when Usain Bolt is running a race, he's running with anybody? That man is in his mind's eye talking about left, right, I got the race. I don't know what he says to himself, but I can tell you what he's not saying. They gonna beat me. No. I got a magpie outside my window. Noisy boy. You're not living for somebody else. You are living a most beautiful life, and it is your experience. Yeah, but have you seen the state of the world? And How did the state of the world get in the way that it is? Because each individual. So how will the world change? Each individual. That is why it is of great importance for us to embrace the fact of as within, so without. You don't have to fight to change. You don't have to put a ceiling. All my life I had to fight. You don't have to say that because it's not true. Unless, of course, you believe it is. And as within, so without. So if you're out here in these streets thinking all my life I had to fight, in my case, all my life I had to argue. If you're out here thinking that, then what do you think the outcome is? Well, it's not a surprise. As within, so without. And I told you, it is these inner conversations. Why do you think my grandfather always said I should have been a lawyer? Because I argue. I argue all the time. I don't know where it came from, but I know I do it. And so I catch myself. And I'm like, girl, why are you arguing? Why are you arguing? To what benefit is it to you to argue? My neighbor's just leaving for work. And that person is still parked in my spot. Why? Catch yourself when you're doing what you're doing. Because when you catch yourself without judgment, without judgment is the most important part. Why? Because judge not, lest ye be judged. What does that mean? When you catch yourself and then you berate and browbeat and punish yourself as if you're Catholic, feelings of guilt and shame and worthlessness, they say, oh, you summoned us? That's what they say. Now remember, rhythm compensates. So the level of intensity with which you feel the guilt and the shame will determine the intensity of your outward experience. That is what judgment causes you to do. It makes you feel guilty. It makes you feel bad about yourself. And then an experience shows up and you go, oh my God. And that's what you say. But if you look at yourself and you go, wait a minute, I just caught myself doing this. Oh, it's okay. That's an old neurological pathway. What else did I expect? That's okay. I'm working on laying down the new pathway, so it's only a matter of time until I start doing that one. See? No judgment. Just cold observation. Just just a just an observation. And what it will cause you to also do is when you observe others, you will have a level of understanding or comprehension of the principle of correspondence, as within, so without. So however they are acting on the outside, well, then you know how they feel on the inside, because it is the cause of their outward expression, their outward behavior. So you then will say, oh, Father, forgive them, because they know not what they do. They don't even recognize what they're doing. And in that same breath, you will say, peace be unto you. You have the strength to change. I know you do. You don't have to say anything to them.